Hello guys, this is the Betamax man here. Those of you who don't remember, I recently was able to get a SL-2700, which has got the 711D chassis. And this chassis does have, this particular chassis that Sony made does have a tendency to have issues. This thing has like 6 different motors that does the loading and unloading procedures and the operation. This is actually one of my personal beta decks. This is one that I have in my personal collection that I'm keeping, that I'm not gonna sell. This one's gonna stay with me for a long time, probably with me until the day I die, because I don't plan on ever getting rid of this one. This is a very nice one. I repaired this not too long ago. I don't remember what it was that was wrong with it. I know I did a couple videos on this, and I'm just gonna do one more video, and the reasoning for that is because I just want to see if it's still working. This thing is, I don't think it's been used in at least several months, so it hasn't been used in a long time. So I just want to make sure that this thing still works. If it doesn't, then we'll do a repair on it. And if it does, great. I think it will work because it did the last time I used it, because I was the last one to work on this particular machine. So I'm just gonna plug it in. Well, I've got it plugged in, got it hooked up. We'll power it on here, and I just want to see if we can play a tape. So I've got European Vacation here. I actually liked this one. This particular one was cool. There was Vacation, Europe Vacation, Christmas Vacation, Vegas Vacation. There was a couple. There were several of these particular movies done in the 80s and 90s. So this is a period correct cassette for this particular machine. So let's just, we've got it hooked up to the TV there. So yeah, so far so good. So now the buttons on this particular model, the buttons are broken. When I got this machine, I received it with no buttons. But I did get the plates here that cover the buttons, and I just glued them on to make this machine look more pleasing to the eye. But the seller said that he had all the buttons. Well, was it a seller or was it the guy that traded me? I think I might have got this one in trade. I think somebody traded me this for something else. Anyway, when I got it, the guy said, "Oh yeah, I've got the buttons." Well, what he had was the metal plates that cover the button, but the actual buttons are plastic, and they have a tendency to break because the plastic gets old and brittle. Anyway, I do have a remote for this thing. I have the original remote. This is the remote I'm using. So let's hit play with the remote. Oh yeah, it still works good. So I do want to do a head cleaning, because I'm sure it's been a while since this thing has had the heads cleaned on it. And this particular chassis is a very good chassis. This one actually could, if you had stereo coming in through your cable service, you could, this machine will receive the stereo signal coming in and can record it onto the tape. Because this thing records the linear stereo track, and then it records the hi-fi track on the video. The hi-fi is done with the video heads. The video heads is what actually records the hi-fi. And this thing works great. Oh yes, this is where he runs into this guy. This is cool. I can't show this very long, but oh. Yeah, this is funny. And oh no, just a flesh wound. I like this when he starts bleeding. Oh. Yeah, just a flesh wound. I like that part. That was cool. Poor guy gets hit by him like 2 or 3 times in the movie. So, because it's been a while since I actually cleaned the heads on this thing, I think, and because it's been sitting in storage, I think it's probably a good idea to just clean the heads on it. I do love the loading and unloading procedures on this 711D chassis, because they had the 711D, and the next one that followed this one was the 711B, which the 711B was actually more reliable mechanism. The 711B actually was an okay chassis, but I actually liked the 711D chassis because it had a motor for its supply reel and a motor for its take-up reel. So let's get this thing apart and clean the heads on it. And I haven't done the head procedure in a while, so cleaning the heads. So I thought I'd just go ahead and do one. And so we'll get the top off, and then we have to take a circuit board that's mounted up here, that covers the head. We'll remove that circuit board, and then we can get to the heads. So because we're just cleaning the heads, we don't have to unplug it. I'm just going to leave it plugged in and hooked up here. We'll take the remote, put the remote down there. Oh, the top is off. Now, I must have forgot to put the screws back in here because there's no screws to the top. So we'll just, the top just basically just lifts up like this. So we could just flip that over, and that'll, yeah, we'll just, I think they've got a thing you can put them down inside of to hold it up in the air, but there we go. I'll just do it that way. So here are the heads, and your audio and control track head is right down there. The best way to clean the audio and control track head and the capstan is to get a Q-tip. I recently ran out of Q-tips, so I'm just going to use a piece of paper towel to clean the audio and control track head. And then we'll use the good old paper soaked in alcohol method, and we'll put it up against the drum and spin the head. And unlike VHS machines, beta machines, the head the head drum is stationary, so it doesn't move. Only the head inside moves, and the head protrudes through this little slot, and it scans and reads the magnetic information on the tape. So let's get a piece of paper here, and let's get some paper towels. We're going to clean the control track and audio head and the video head, and we'll show you, yeah, I did do a service on this because these are new caps. I put all new caps in this particular circuit board here. These caps have all been changed. We'll just use a scrap piece of paper, writing paper. I'm just going to tear off a small piece of it, soak it in alcohol, we'll put it up against the drum like that, and turn it counterclockwise. And because that's the way it turns when it plays, is counterclockwise. So here's the paper. It's soaked in alcohol. You just simply put your paper against the drum and just spin counterclockwise. And there we go. It's not really anything coming off on there, so that's good. That's a good sign. I could just use the piece of paper to clean the audio and control track head too, because paper towels not really going to get down in there. I ran out of Q-tips, so I need to get some more Q-tips, because Q-tips are actually what you should use to clean the audio and control track head. So there's nothing, no dirt come off of there, so I think it's fine. So I think what I'll do now is we'll just kind of show you what, how this thing works. Here's Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, which is gonna be probably a tape that I'm gonna sell. So let's power it on. I'll show you how the mechanism works on this one. And of course I gotta get the remote. Good thing I got the remote. So it's got good picture quality, and the heads are nice and clean. Of course the heads weren't really dirty anyway. I can show you this because this is a preview tape, or movie trailer I should say. Yep. I can show you a music video. I think I've got a music video. I love how it just kicks it right straight out. It just kicks it out with such great force. So I think this is a music video. What is it? Linda Ronstadt? Something like that. I can't read, so you'll have to forgive me. So this is on a shitty Scotch cassette. Let's just see if this person's any good. Looks like that switch is wanting to fail on me. So I might have to take this apart and clean the switch. I could probably just shoot some contact cleaner down in there. It'll probably be fine, but let's hit play. Usually music videos, YouTube doesn't seem to have a problem with. They don't seem to copyright you with a claim. Oh, this looks like it's a movie. Like a really slow. I'm a rock and roll person. I like rock and roll. I don't like country. I don't like, you know, slow singing, you know. Obviously she's in concert or something. But it's got some stiction. I can, you know, it's got some sticking to the drum. The Scotch cassettes tend to do that. They have stiction problems. They shed oxide. I don't like Scotch cassettes because I think that Scotch, they also wear out prematurely, and you'll hear me talking about other Scotch cassettes. You know, Scotch tapes in general. I just don't like Scotch cassettes. They wear out prematurely. They shed oxide. Maui, baby girl. My kitty's calling me. Come on, Maui. Come on. Come on. You wanna come up and sit with me? Maui. Come on. Come on. Maui. Come on. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come on. That's a girl. So, yeah, so I could probably show this without getting hit a copyright. The picture quality's not that bad. Usually music videos are wore out. A lot of the music videos that I tend to get are wore out and not playing very good, not tracking that great, because they get played over and over and over. Especially if they've got hi-fi stereo. Huh, Maui? Yeah. Especially if they got hi-fi stereo, they get worn out. People play them over and over. But this person sings terribly. I don't like this kind of music. So I'm going to turn that off before my ears start bleeding. Just kicks it right out. Anyway, that was just kind of a check over, just to clean the heads and see if it still works. It's got a motor for the take-up reel and the supply reel. It has a motor to thread the tape around the head drum. It has a motor for the head, the capstan. It's got a motor for loading and unloading the cassette. This thing has what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 motors. 6 motors this thing has. Okay, top's back on this. Anyway, my 1000 has an issue in the head amplifier. It's the IC chip that is went bad on the head amp, and finding a part for the SL-1000 is very hard to find. It's hard to find parts for them. So it's gonna be a little bit of a long search before I can get another one just to get the part out of it that I need. Well, I got this, I got the thing back together. The SL-2700 is back together. It's been put into my shelf so I can use it, because the other 1000 does have a video problem, and the issue is the head amplifier. It's not capacitor related. It was something wrong with the IC chip, the integrated chip. It's a square chip. It's small. It's hard to get it's finding a chip, that particular chip, is impossible. I can't find one, so what I'm gonna have to do is later on down the road, if I can find a parts 1000, an SLH1000, I can get one for parts for a decent enough amount of money. You know, I'd like to get one for under, you know, under $100 or under $200. Get a parts 1000, and also get the faceplate off of it. Because the other one, you know, the faceplate is badly damaged, and I just think I need to get that going. But right now I'm watching Laserdisc with Sylvester Stallone, the Specialist. A very good movie. Great action, widescreen. This one's actually letterboxed. But anyway, so I've got the 2700 plugged into the front of my 1000 here. I am going to move the jacks to the back instead of the front. But yeah, this 2700 will be my playback deck for now. It does have the HiFi. The only thing that I don't like about it is that it will not play back Beta 1S, but at least it has the HiFi, and it's capable of playing back, you know, the original Beta 1. And of course it'll do 2 and 3, so, you know, and a lot of my recordings are done in Beta 1S, so it does kind of suck that my other 1000 is not working, because my other 1000 actually did have the Beta 1S, obviously. But anyway, I can still, you know, I like to play my tapes and then record them onto another tape, because sometimes I'll do editing, and I like to have another deck that's capable of playing Beta 1S. I've got my industrial 1000, the GCS50, but that one is actually on eBay for sale, so I don't want to be hooking that up and then have it sell within a week or two and having to take it back out, because the GCS50 will play back Beta 1S. So, but it's for sale, and if it'll probably sell within the next week or two. I imagine with Christmas coming up that the GCS50 is gonna sell. It'll, you know, but some people are not buying right now. Right now, I've noticed a lot of people are kind of holding back, you know, holding on to their money, and they're not really buying anything. You know, last couple months have been really slow for me as far as selling these machines. Just not very many people wanting to buy them right now. It just seems like, you know, there's a shortage on everything, and maybe people are, you know, holding on to their money because they're scared of, you know, not being able to get something at the store, so they are scared of, you know, having to pay a lot more money for stuff, so they're just kind of holding their money, and I don't blame them, but sucks for me because that means the less money I have coming in, the less videos that I can do. So anyway, we took a look at this, and the 2700 still works after being in storage for several months, and it still works fine. So anyway, see you guys later. Bye bye.